some of the best gameplay, has some of the best music put behind it. And while if you have not seen that video already, I have done one on my channel already, so go ahead and watch that one. But today, we are talking about those little ditties that I like to call Requiems, and have been called Requiems throughout some of the Legend of Zelda games. So today we look at the top 10 Zelda Requiems. This video does contain my own personal biases. It is my opinion, and the music and the images are not owned by me, but enhance viewing purposes, so don't yell at me. All the links to the music will be on the slide with each piece, so make sure you go check those out if you are interested in seeing some more of those. Now, for these, we're not going to be doing the music as we have done in a previous video, and there should be a card somewhere along this video, so click on that if you want to see those. But in this video, we're going to be talking about those short little ditties that go on throughout the game, like the Hey Listen through the Navi, or some of the pieces that you play on your ocarina, or you conduct with your Wind Baton in the Wind Waker. So we're going to be looking at those pieces today. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Number 10 is Eponia's Song. Now this one is a really interesting piece, and I find it really creative, and actually a really calm and relaxing piece for a calling your horse to come with you. Now this is a really great piece of music to help you travel around the land, because you can call your horse to come and help you. So let's take a listen to what this sounds like. Beautiful and simple, isn't it? Let's move on to the next piece. Coming in at number 9, we have the Minuet of the Forest. Now this is a really cool and interesting piece, allowing you to transport to the Forest Temple. And really fun fact is Sheik teaches you a lot of these Ocarina of Time. So it's really fun and interesting to see how these work, and it's a great transport throughout the game. So let's take a listen to the piece. Just beautiful, and I love the little pep that it gives you in the piece. It just makes it all come together. I have to say our number 8 pick is a really calm and sweet piece of music. It is the Requiem of Spirit, and what a lovely little piece this is. I absolutely adore playing this piece, and I love listening to it. It's absolutely one of the softest and most calm pieces of music, I think, in the entire Legend of Zelda franchise. So it's really great to see this music. So let's take a listen to the Requiem of Spirit. And the piece is just brought together with that low part and the lift there at the end of the piece. Just bringing it all together. What a great piece of music. Everybody has heard the Song of Time, but how many people have heard the inverted Song of Time? It comes in at number 7 here today. And this song is primarily used in Majora's Mask as an inversion of the Song of Time. You can hear the minor chords coming in through the song instead of the major chords, where it goes up at the end of the piece instead of going down, which is what it does in this one. It's really interesting and really cool, and it doesn't really match a lot of the Legend of Zelda music, because the Legend of Zelda music likes to stay in those major minor where it swells and is beautiful. This one kind of goes into the dark, weird side of the music, where it doesn't sound exactly perfectly clean, but it sounds really cool and interesting because it just drops and it's so sweet. Take a listen to the inverted Song of Time. It's so hauntingly beautiful. I don't know how else to put it. It's a great piece, and I absolutely love how this fits in so well with the Majora's Mask. Mentioning the inverted Song of Time brings back such great memories of the actual Song of Time. So coming in just a number before it is the original Song of Time music. It sounds really cool, and I love the actual piece itself. It's so original and unique. I don't know how else to put it. This song is probably one of the most popular in the Ocarina of Time, being basically the essential song in the title that's not really there. But the story behind this is getting you to the door of time, allowing you to go back 7 years or go forward 7 years, depending on where you are in the timeline. And this is really such a great integral part of the Ocarina of Time game itself, where you have to switch between things that you can only do in the young Link time and things you can only do in adult Link time. And this is just a great connection between them, and it also is a great song taught to you by Zelda herself. Take a listen to this wonderful piece of music. It's just so sweet and lovely, and I don't know what else to say about it. It's such a great piece of music. Not many people remember this song for being a very good and catchy piece, but however, when I played through Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, the Wind's Requiem was one of the most fun pieces to play. I absolutely love just changing the direction of the wind, even though it seemed pretty meaningless and pointless. It was just fun to hear the song. It's really kind of glorified out there with the awe singing of it, but it's still a really cool piece of music and really interesting, and probably my favorite piece. Well, one of my favorite pieces from Legend of Zelda and the Wind Waker. Take a listen. So beautiful. Probably one of the most memorable parts of Ocarina of Time is learning Zelda's lullaby. Well, besides pulling out the Master Sword and maybe slaying Ganon with the Master Sword at the end of the game. But this is such a great little piece of music in this game. Now, if you have watched my other video on Legend of Zelda music, yes, this was in there. Of course it's in there, duh. But it is both a song and a requiem, so it can be in both lists. And other songs also fit that category too. Some of them did make it, some of them did not. Well, this is probably the first one you're going to see. And if you've seen my other video, you're going to know how the rest of it goes. But this is such a great little piece of music, and it's so sweet with the symbolism behind it being played for Zelda when she was growing up to put her to sleep. It's such a great piece of music. And I absolutely adore Zelda's lullaby. I hope you enjoyed listening to it in the background. And you can still hear it right now. Take a listen. So beautiful. Probably my favorite part from Legend of Zelda Wind Waker is the Song of Storms. I absolutely love this song, and its picture is a really cool picture, and I love looking at it, so I put it in the thing. So, sorry about that. But the song is just an epic little piece, and it sounds so cool with all its variations. There are many out there on YouTube. Many out there, and just in general. It's so cool to hear this song, and I love all the arrangements of it. This piece is so simplistic and beautiful in its simplicity that it can be transferred into other mediums. There's been rock covers, there's been violin covers, harp covers, flute covers, you name it. There's probably a cover of Song of Storms. It's one of the more iconic pieces of Legend of Zelda music, and this little tune is so much fun to play. Take a listen. This song I catch myself humming along to when I hear it in the game. I even end up whistling it when I've just played the game and I'm just doing something, maybe going to get some food. I will end up whistling Song of Storms. This is a really catchy and iconic piece. But there are a few more songs that I like to play just a little bit more than Song of Storms. If you've seen my other video, you know Saria's song is one of my favorite pieces. And learning how to play this song from Saria himself in Ocarina of Time was such a great moment for me. I really enjoyed it, and you know, you know, you kind of thought Link was supposed to be with Saria if you didn't know Zelda existed, because this was my first Zelda game, and I didn't know Link was supposed to be with Zelda, so kind of shipped him and Saria. So sorry about that, but Saria is such a great character, even being one of the sages herself. It's really cool seeing how Saria develops throughout the storyline, learning more about her. You might think Link had a crush. I sure did. But this piece is so simplistically beautiful, and I love playing through the Lost Woods, hearing the song, and half the time, I don't even want to talk this area. I just want to play the song in the ocarina, and I will play it myself, just because I can. So, I really enjoy this piece, and it's one of my favorites. Here, take a listen to Sari's song, or the Lost Woods. Not only is Saria's song such a great piece of music, I actually have taught myself how to play it on piano, which is really interesting because I don't really play piano that much. It's one of the only songs I know how to play on piano. And I would really love to play more Legend of Zelda music. Maybe on different instruments, I don't know. But this is probably the first song I learned how to play on a piano. So that just tells you how much I enjoy it. Before we get to number one, we have our honorable mention. That is the Scarecrow song. Now, I can't actually play a version of the Scarecrow song for you because, fun fact is, you get to make up your own song here. I don't know if you guys have ever messed around with this, but I spent many, many hours just messing around with the notes to make a Scarecrow song. Some of them are really cool, some of them are kind of weird, but most of the time I just ended up combining two of my favorite pieces and putting them into one song, making it the Scarecrow song. However, you do have to change up some of the notes because you can't have more than 8 on the thing, but most of them have 6. So usually I did about 4 and 4. I picked my four notes and carried it through, combining a lot of pieces together, like Zelda's Lullaby and Saria's song and the Song of Time and Eponia's song. I combined a lot of the ones you've already seen on this list together into many, many pieces for the Scarecrow song. And I just think it's really interesting that Ocarina of Time gives you an opportunity to make your own song in this game. Knowing that the ocarina is a huge part of the game, so you can transport from place to place, and even through time itself, it's such a cool piece. One of the most iconic moments in the Legend of Zelda series is opening up a chest and receiving an item in the game. Man, the feeling of that sound when you open a chest, when you get an item in the game, just makes you really happy and ecstatic. They put this song in every Legend of Zelda game just to make it feel a little bit special, and it kind of carries over the same theme, showing you that throughout the series, much like Zelda's Lullaby, this is a defining piece of music that is put into the games. Yes, it has changed over time, but it is still very, very good in its execution, and many many games do it a lot of justice. Take listen to opening the chest. That was Ocarina of Time's opening the chest, but the link on the screen, as well as some of the sounds you've been hearing in the background of this particular section of the video, has been opening a chest throughout many of the Zelda games. So if you want to go take a listen to that, go ahead and do so with the link on the bottom of the screen. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, go ahead and show your support by leaving a like on this video and subscribing to get more content from me. If you have not checked out my top 5 Zelda songs and themes video, please go do so on the annotation on the screen. That'll be coming up shortly, or is already on the screen. And if you're not following me on Twitter and Instagram, go ahead and do so at ChaosMade006. I like to post pictures and other content up there to stay connected with you guys as much as I possibly can. So make sure you go follow me on there. And again, I thank you so much for watching. And like the other Legend of Zelda video that I did with the songs, this one also took a lot of time and effort into figuring out which pieces I wanted to put in here, because there's so many great pieces. And then editing is a pain in the butt, especially with a video of this size. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. And until next time, I am ChaosMade006, signing off. Burn it up.